Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Every single month I come to you with a brand new Monster Producer package and program. This is the beauty of coaching lots of people through a systematic structure to play at a much higher level. The power is in the process. The power is in the system. The system is built around how do you explain your services? How do you work a selling system? How do you follow up? How do you overcome objection? How do you extract referrals? That is the system that I'm teaching you. So every session that I do every month goes back to one of those 4 or 5 big pillars of the program. So this month, this session is on how to have a monster burst. And let me give you some definitions of a burst, by the way, because I believe that you need to create something tangible in your near future that has an emotional pull to it that will cause you to fight through some of the temporary discomfort to have it. That's what I believe. I believe you need a 90-day burst all the time. Once you get done with one 90-day burst, you need to get into another one. Here's some definitions of burst, by the way. Be so full as to break open. Feel a very strong or irrepressible emotion or impulse. Suddenly begin doing something as an expression of an intense and strong feeling. A short, sudden, and intense effort. That's a burst. I know you're big time when you burst every day. I know you're big time when you can create your own momentum every single day. So today in this session, we're going to go through how to have a monster burst, how to go from point A to point B. We're going to go through what are you willing to give up, what's the discipline, and more importantly, what are you willing to do for 90 days so that you can experience and taste some success. That's what we're covering in the 90-day burst. Hey guys, welcome. Monster Producer, legendary creature, combines multiple skills to dominate a market. How do you create a 90-day burst? First assignment, learn how to bundle your offer, bundle your value, bundle your services, put it into something that is so ridiculous that the consumer can't say no to it. See, this concept of 90-day burst, 90-day burn, is just a mental construct that I created in my own brain to get a person to take action for 90 days, to get a person to get off the fence, to get a person to commit, to get a person in the game, to get a person to move. Well, you need your own version of this. So the 90-day burst, the way I've been teaching this class this month, was first explain what is a 90-day burst. It's a 90-day concentrated period of time. It's a 90-day agreement. It's a 90-day start. It's a short, concentrated period of time, which allows me and my sales team to go out into the marketplace and say, try this. You don't know if you're going to like it or not, but what is the probability you're going to like it if you try it? You see, P.T. Barnum was one of the greatest marketeers of his time. He knew that until he got people in that circus tent that he couldn't sell them elephant rides and he couldn't sell them popcorn and peanuts and candy and Snickers. You're the same way. You got to learn to get people in the tent. So what you have to do in this 90-day burst is you got to come up with ways, what can I do? What kind of special can I put on? How do I bundle my offering to say, when you do business with us, we're going to give you this and this and this and this and this. We're going to give it to you. Now, I watch my good buddy Cardone and how he packages and sells things. And I'm watching him sell this 10X Growth Conference. And they're down to like the most expensive tickets, $15,000 tickets. Here's what he said. You pay $15,000, I'll let you get on stage and speak in front of 9,000 people. Personal coaching with me. Fly on my airplane. You see how he's bundling this package together and making it so ridiculous? Listen, there'll be people who go, for me to get in front of 9,000 people, I will certainly pay $15,000. What if I get one client out of it? So there's value in creating this concept. There's value in creating this concept in such a way that people take action. And that's the 90-day burst. That's all it is. So I want you to stop right now, and I want you to write up, number one, when I do business with you, what all are you going to give me? Here's an example. I give people 2 booster sessions a week. I give them access to a network of over 400 people. I give them a private Facebook group. I give them my online academy. I give them a weekly podcast. I give them a strategy to my inbox. When you do your business with me, that's all the things I'm going to give you. I can't even believe I'm giving it to you for this price. And I'm going to throw in Monster Broker and Monster Couples Jack and Monster Friends and Monster Kids. May even throw in Monster Dogs, man. I may teach your pet how to be a little monster. So here's the deal. I may babysit your kids. Throw it in. Drive up the value to where they can't say no. Make it so ridiculous the consumer goes, what? You going to give me all that? That's right, when you choose to do business with us. So here's your homework right here. I want you to write up 3 or 4 strategies you're going to use right now to get people in the circus tent. And I want you to get clear about everything you're going to give people. And I want you to come out with your own special, your own bundle, your own package. We come back in the second segment. We're going to get into going from A to B and getting clear about what B is. We're even going to talk about a little prey drive, too. You're watching Monster Producer, and I'm Coach Michael Burt. Guys, we're here in Edenton, North Carolina with one of the top boat manufacturers in the world, and this is a beautiful, beautiful boat. Now, let me tell you the semblance of this is that in Monster Producer, our big coaching program, we have a little joke about fishing for bluegill versus blue marlin. And what we're talking about is who could write you the largest check for your services that you enjoy working with. You see, that's the thing. You could get a big check out of somebody that you absolutely hate working with. What you're looking for is enlightened people. They have a unique perspective. You got a vested partnership. It leads to a collective passion. And they are rewarding you not only in the form of money, that's just one form of compensation. They're rewarding you in the form of love and appreciation and value. They're adding to your life versus subtracting from your life. So here on this boat, man, I'd like to have one of these. I want to ask you a hard question. Are you fishing for bluegill or are you fishing for blue marlin? It's time to start getting focused in Monster Producer. That's what we're talking about this month. How to focus on 2 or 3 game-changing relationships. Quit having the front door so wide open. Okay, you can sell people into products and services, but what you really need is a very intentional game plan about who you're going after, who could change everything. You're just one person away from a new season in your life. Are you fishing for bluegill? Are you fishing for blue marlin? Welcome back to Monster Producer. This is where I compress the monthly cycle of what we're learning. Now, if you're out there and you're not in Monster Producer and you're watching this, why are you not in Monster Producer? See, you may be able to get some video of 18 minutes, 20 minutes with Coach Burt, but you're not going to get access to the network, and you're not going to get to go through the real deal, and you're not going to be personally coached. You got to get in the program and to get the good stuff. I'm just giving you a little taste, a little cotton candy. Now, if you're in Monster Producer, I'm breaking these concepts down because I believe in repetition. I believe in long obedience in the same direction. I believe in hearing something 6 to 8 times within a 48-hour period. I believe in mastery versus cotton candy. So this is what I taught in Monster Producer if you missed this month. Now, second concept I want to give you. First one is, what's your bundle? What's your 90-day burst? What's your concentrated period of time? Have you had revelation? Do you have conviction? Are you taking action? Is it bursting out of you? That's number one. Number 2 is this concept of prey drive. Prey drive is the instinctive inclination of a carnivore to find, pursue, capture prey. Let me say it again. It is the instinctive inclination of a carnivore to find, pursue, and capture prey. How do I activate that in you? What good is it to have knowledge with no desire, skill with no desire, confidence with no desire? What good? How do I activate your prey drive, ambition, drive, want? How do I get you going? So here's what we did in Monster Producer this month. We forced every Monster Producer to get clear about their B. Their B. They're at A, they're trying to go to B. B is their dominant focus. A single tangible outcome they would like to drive in a 12-month cycle is measured in 30-day windows. Without clarity about the B, and if it's not big enough, your desire to stay the same will be greater than your desire to change. Tony Robbins, when he was 9 years old, was living in a very destructive household where his mother was very, very mean to him. She poured liquid soap down his throat. She She was just a bad deal. She was a controlling mother. She had a Jezebel spirit. She motivated through fear. At 9 years old, she was married to a man, and they had no money, nothing. And someone on Thanksgiving Day brought Tony Robbins a Thanksgiving meal. His stepfather argued with the person, "We don't want your charity." Tony Robbins at 9 years old watched that. And he logged that deep, deep in his subconscious mind. And he made a decision that day that at some point in his life, he was going to feed people that didn't have enough money for a Thanksgiving meal. Do you know what Tony Robbins' goal is today? What his B is? It's to feed 1 billion people in his lifetime. He's already fed 100 million people. Now, why do I tell you that? Look how clear his B is. Look how clear his dominant focus is. Yours may be money. I got one client that wants to donate $1 million a year to charity. But you got to have something that drives you. The 90-day bursts are just these little thunderbolts, these little bursts that just help you push toward that drive. So let me ask you this question. Second exercise. What's your B? And is it strong enough to fight through the short-term adversity to get to the long-term game? Is it strong enough? So here's what I'd ask you this year. What are you willing to do and what are you not willing to do anymore? What are you willing to do and what are you not willing to do? What are you going to let go of to get to the next level? The skills that got us out of Egypt can't get us to the promised land. What are you willing to do? What are you not willing to do? That is exercise number 2. What's your B and is it strong enough to move you toward it? When we come back, we're going to get into the final piece of this. Here's the daily blueprint of what you got to do in your Monster Planner in the first 90 days every day to become great. Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. I'm about 30,000 feet in the air right now, flying back from North Carolina. We're talking about what we can do with you. We're talking about how we can help you. We're talking about how we can help you get a lift in your sales. And so I'm inviting you personally to my next Monster Producer course. If you enjoyed the energy that we had, if you enjoyed the content that we had, if you're looking for a group to plug into and really play at a much higher level, then I want to see you there. Here's what I need you to do. Email me, info@coachburt.com and say, "I'm in, Coach." First one's free on me. See if you like it. If you like it, we're taking action that day. We're going to get you committed to Monster Producer, and over the next year, I'm going to help you get a 43% increase in your sales. Are you ready to be a monster? Hey guys, welcome back to Monster Producer. Today we're doing 90-day burst. 90-day burst. How do you burst out of the gates? How do you expand? How do you explode? How do you have conviction that's oozing out of you? That's the 90-day burst. So let me give you the blueprint for the first 90 days of the year if you want to be successful. Number 1, these are the habits of the most successful people. I need you to spend 7 to 15 minutes a night mapping out your next day. I need you to spend 7 to 15 minutes a night mapping out your next day in your Monster Producer Planner. What should go on there? You should time block. Here's my time. Every morning, personal time. Personal time for me. I personally read the Bible during that time. I have quiet time, spiritual time. Then I have physical time. Change my physiology. Change my state. I go to the gym. 5 on some days, 5:30 on the others. I work out with Clay Skipworth, who is a Monster Producer. Next thing I do is I time block. Every morning at 8:30, I'm training. Every morning at 8:30, I'm training. And I'm training my team how to overcome objection, how to make outbound calls. Training's not something you did, it's something you do. Training's not something you did, it's something you do. Did you get that? Training is not something you did, it's something you do. You work a muscle. Then I move right to my hit list. 3 people on my hit list every day. My hit list is new money. New money, new money, new money. 3 people on my hit list every day. That represents new money. Here's my rule for the hit list. During my prospecting time from 9 to 11, I can't deal with anything that happened in the past. If it happened in the past, I can't deal with it. Sold it yesterday, can't deal with it today. I deal with that at 11:01. I prospect in the morning, I solve the world's problems in the afternoon. 2 hours a day prospecting. Number 2, I work my farm club. So I got my hit list, new money, got my farm club, people in the farm club. I'm working it. I'm working it. I'm cultivating it. I'm cultivating. I'm going the 7 touches. I'm working the $1 million follow-up, linear and nonlinear touches. Then I got my top 25 big customers I'm loving on, spending time with, okay, pushing. Then I got my new customers, my new clients I'm onboarding, I'm loving on, I'm spending time with, my new customers. You see, that's my day, guys. So here's my question for you. Will you commit to doing this every single day? 3 high-value activities every day. That's 15 a week, 60 a month. Look at the amount of high-value activities I'm doing. Look at the push I'm doing. Look at the people I'm pushing to. Look at all the activity that I'm generating. That's why I'm driving this up. So to burst, you got to push at a ridiculous level. To push, you got to be consistent. To push, you got to do it every day. Do it every day. That's the 90-day burst. So here's your assignment. 7 to 15 minutes a night, plan out your next day using the Monster Planner. That's using the selling system. Personal time every morning. Change your state. Best thing I do in the morning is change my state. New physiology, work out. First thing, spiritual time, state of gratitude versus a state of entitlement. Okay? High-value activities, hit list, farm club, top 25, new customers. Hit list, farm club, top 25, new customers. Hit list, farm club, top 25, new customers. Doing a Macarena. You understand? And every day I got quotes. I'm writing down my goals. Here's my goal I wrote down at the top of my planner today. I'm having a blast in every area of my life, doing exactly what God made me to do. That's an affirmation. I'm having a blast. It's not stressful. It's fun. It's not stressful. It's fun. Guys, this is Monster Producer. This is what we covered this month, compressed into a podcast. You can get this on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Podcast Republic. You can get it on my YouTube channel. If you're not in Monster Producer, you need to be. And if you're in my online academy, this is what we covered this month. Here's 3 big concepts. How to burst, how to get clear about your B, and what you got to do every day. Let me finish with this. If you're in a lull in your life right now, here's what I'd ask you. Who are you walking with? Who you surround yourself with? What are you walking toward? What are you moving toward, and why? And why are you moving in that direction? Those are 3 big concepts I want you thinking about. Get yourself out of complacency. Get yourself in a dynamic state. I'm Coach Michael Bird. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. You know, my buddy Brad Lee really changed my mind about this. He said there's a difference between training and exposure. See, we've all been exposed to each other on this trip. Training is something we do every day, like working a muscle. Training is, the military trains every day. You know why? Preparedness. They never know what's going to come next. Olympians train every day. Top sales professionals train every day. Top speakers train every day. They're working that muscle. And you know what happens when you work that muscle a lot? It becomes muscle memory. Too few people place a high value on training of their people. Like the group I just spoke to, I guarantee you none of them, they're selling $1 million boats, and none of them have ever been coached in how to overcome objection, opposition of thought, how to handle an objection, how to maneuver an objection. They've probably never been coached in how to touch somebody 7 touches. They've not been trained, so how do they get better? Most people are not reading books. The average American reads less than 1 book a year. They're not watching YouTube videos. They're not listening to podcasts. They're just going through the motions of life. So here's what I believe. Trained people always outperform untrained people. You look at the top gross earning companies in the world, and I guarantee you there is a training mechanism in place where they're training every day. Question is, why aren't you training your people? You want them to get better, but you're not coaching them daily. Work at muscle, work at muscle. We train in 4 or 5 areas. How to explain your services, how to work a selling system, how to follow up like a pro, how to extract referrals. I don't care what business you're in. Those are vital components of running a business. So these are areas that I think everybody needs to be trained in every single day, especially if they want to be great.